Hi everyone. A little while ago, and more recently this week, a few of you have been asking for like a more in-depth video on my quick tip that I had for cutting your cardstock down to sort of an A2 version using A4 cardstock. So I'm going to give you some more details, and I'm actually going to cut all the pieces here. I think I confused a lot of people about how the measurements work because I'd already cut them out. I was just trying to make the video really quickly, but I think I should have just done it like this in the beginning. So I have 4 sheets of cardstock. I'm going to use different colours, one so that you can see how you could choose your different colours for the layers and for your card bases, and how we'll get four of each layer and 4 card bases out of 4 sheets of cardstock. So what I've got here is I've got some Soft Sky Stampin' Up! Cardstock, and I've got 2 sheets of that. So this is for the bases. I've got some Pear Pizzazz and some Whisper White, and I also have my trusty trimmer. So this is a tonic one. I think years ago Stampin' Up! Had their branded version of this. It was the same thing, but whatever paper trimmer you've got, this will work. I've also got the extension arm out here. Yeah, so we'll need that. So I'm going to leave it like that. You won't be able to see the actual measurements, but I'll tell you where to go, and then hopefully this will make more sense than the last video. Just trying to get this in the frame as good as I can. So if we start with the bases, you take the 2 sheets of cardstock, just stick them together, and what you're going to do is you're going to cut them. Let's see, I've got my little thing here. What do I want them at? Oh yes. So we're going to cut them. First you're going to cut on the length, sorry about that, on the length, so you've got the length of the cardstock this way, if that makes sense. So your shorter side is across here. You're going to put that into your machine. It'll be easier when you've got 1 piece of cardstock, but you can do this with 2. And this one you're going to cut to 8 inches. Or these 2 I should say. So you're taking off a little bit. Keep them together, turn it sideways, so now you've got it horizontal, so the length is the opposite way. You're going to stick it in at 10.5. Is that right? Yes it is. Now 10.5. Right. Lob that bit off, and then while you've still got it here, you're going to take it across to 5.25. And this will give you 4 card bases. You see that? I never know on the screen how well you can see it. It always looks better when I look at it afterwards. So it'll give you 4 card bases, and each card base will measure 8 by 5.25. So it's a little bit smaller than an American A2 size card, but you will get a similar idea, and also there's less wastage. This is the whole point of this. So there's not as much waste on this unless as if you were going to do the actual American A2, you would only get 1 piece to make a 4.25 by 5.5 inch card out of a piece of A4, whereas this way, even though the card's a bit smaller, you've got a lot less waste. So this is all that's left from your bases. There. Then we're going to start with the next layer. So I'm taking my Pear Pizzazz, and now I'm going to cut it at the length. Oh, sorry. So you've got the long bit down here, and this is going to be why can't I work this out? At 5 inch. Sorry, just have to get my maths right. don't want to tell you the wrong thing now. Right, so you've got your Pear Pizzazz or your next colour. So the colour that you want for your layer, you've got that again the long way down. The length is sort of down the length of the trimmer, and you're going to put that at 7.5. I'm doing this backwards to what I wrote my notes down. I think that's why I'm confused. Doesn't take much. so you want this at 7.5. Then you want to cut it, move it along. You're going to cut it in half again at 3 3/4. If I can line that up properly. Right, then you're going to take these two, put them together, turn it sideways. So now the length is going across the opposite direction. You're going to cut this at 10 inches. My trimmer will let me in at 10 inches, and then move them across to 5 inches. Oh, unless like me you bump it, and then at 5 inches. And then you'll have 4 pieces of your first layer that will measure 5 inches by 3 3/4. Yes, that is right. Sorry, I'm just checking. And I'll show you how it layers up in a minute. So, third layer, if you wanted a third layer. Now, I would cut a third layer if you wanted to just have it, like, especially in white, just to have for any die cutting. You can always cut this down, you can die cut it, you can emboss it, you can do whatever you want. So this one then, again the length of it is running, what's this, portrait, that's the word, down the length of your machine trimmer. This one you're going to cut now another 1/2 inch off. You're going to cut it at 7 inches, and then at 3.5. You're then going to put them together again. You're going to cut this at 9.5 now, so another 1/2 inch off. That's basically what you're doing. You're taking 1/2 inch off each time, and then 4 3/4, which I believe is half of that. And then you've got, I'm not sure I did it funny there, I'll sort that one out. And then you've got 4 more layers. So each of these will measure 4 3/4 by 3.5. And I will show you how it layers up. So you will have, I need to fix that one a bit. You will then have your white layer on your Pear Pizzazz, and then you will have this that will layer up onto your base card. So I hope this made more sense than the last video. I'm so sorry that I did that. I thought I was making sense, but obviously not. Yes, so what I might try and do is, as I'm doing them on, as I'm talking you through it on the video, when I actually edit it, I will try and actually put the measurements up if I can. I don't want to, you know, confuse anybody, but basically you'll end up with your layers that will fit on your card like that. And it means that you then have, if I can get it, you'll have 4 bases ready to go. You'll have 4 first layers ready to go, and you'll have 4 second layers ready to go. So if you're mass producing cards and you say at Christmas time or Easter or birthdays or whatever, Halloween, if you need to mass produce your cards, and you know you've got a specific colour scheme or you know, that sort of thing, this is a good way to do it, because you will save on your paper and your cardstock. I will also show you how I might do it in a separate video, probably the one after this, just to show you what I will do in the future, because I do love the American A2 size card. This was more to show you how to make the most out of your A4 card if you don't like wastage. So I hope that was helpful, guys. I hope it worked out better than the last one and made more sense. Oh, I'll just quickly show you the waste that you've got. So you'll have that much white, that much of your paper pizzazz, your green, and that much blue. So that's the amount that's not wasted, because we'll use it, I'm sure, as crafters, but that's the bits that will be left once you've done it. So like I said, I hope it was helpful. Hope it's helped from the last quick tip video. I'll probably just label it quick tip revised or something so that you know, hopefully you'll be able to find it. And I'll try and remember to link to the previous one in case, you know, you want to see that anyway. So there you go, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.